This is a recipe that uses veal. You see how thinly sliced it is, cutlet. And it's going to be stuffed with artichokes. And this is a typical recipe that comes from Artusi's book, Science in the Kitchen and the Art of Eating Well. And this afternoon, Chef Federico is going to show us just how easy it is to create this recipe in your own kitchen and at the same time to eat well. So, cominciamo con il prosciutto.
Prendiamo delle fettine di prosciutto.
This is not what most people know at home as prosciutto di Parma. That's a whole different area. This is a local prosciutto, a romagnolo prosciutto. Questo è per il ripieno?
Per il ripieno, per condire i carciofi e poi ce lo cominciamo a preparare, lo tritiamo finemente, lo tritiamo.
Okay, so I asked him, this is going to be part of the filling with the artichokes, and he says, yes, this prosciutto is going to flavor the carciofi. And the carciofi we're going to use raw. And I know you're probably raising your eyebrows at that because at home, when we use artichokes, carciofi is the word in Italian for artichokes. We have a different variety of artichoke. It's the globe artichoke. But here in Italy, you have artichokes that you can use, scusa.
Prego.
You have artichokes that you can use raw. These are of different variety. They're very small. Usually the season for this is in the spring and in the fall. And most artichokes in Italy are coming from Puglia, they're coming from Sicilia, they're coming from around Florence, and you see them in the market. And sometimes they have a variety of different colors to them, so they're very beautiful just the way they are. E si usa questo crudo.
Si può usare anche crudo, sì, si può usare sia crudo che cotto.
Anche cotto.
Anche cotto.
So we can use them raw or we can use them cooked. Allora, abbiamo il prosciutto tritato.
Abbiamo tritato il prosciutto e lo mettiamo in questa ciotolina e adesso andiamo a pulire i carciofi che li mischiamo assieme al prosciutto e poi dopo farciamo la nostra fettina di vitello. Uso anche
un po' di timo.
Un po' di timo, qualche erbettina.
All right, he's using fresh herbs, and today he's using a little bit of fresh thyme. All right, so he's taking out the outer leaves. Questi sono più duro.
Più duri vengono eliminati.
So he's eliminating the outer leaves. He only wants to use the heart of the artichoke.
Gli caviamo tutta la parte.
Sì. So he's cleaning the stem.
Anche più amara.
Sì.
Ok, e qui abbiamo il nostro carciofo.
Sì.
E adesso gli eliminiamo la parte.
There's that little hairy choke part that you have to take out. Sì. In inglese si chiama hairy choke.
Hairy choke.
Sì. So Benissimo. You take out that hairy choke so that you're left with this really, the heart of the artichoke. The beauty of Artusi's book is that Artusi was the first person to really compile what became known as a compendium or a book of Italian recipes, codified everything together. It wasn't just cooking from Romagna, but all over Italy. He's mixed now the artichoke hearts with the prosciutto, and he's adding the lemon zest, la scorza, of the lemon, because that's going to help keep the artichokes from turning brown. And at home, we tend to use the lemon juice, but this is a good idea, to use the lemon zest.
Okay.
E non si usa sale?
No, perché il prosciutto è già
prosciutto.
salato.
Sì, va bene. Sì. All right, so I asked him if he was going to put some salt in, and he said no, because the prosciutto, if you remember, I said, is cured with salt and thyme, T-I-M-E. Allora, molto sottile.
Sì, molto sottile.
Deve essere molto sottile. So he's pounding out with a battecarne, he's pounding out the veal so that it's all one thickness. Now that's really important because you want everything to cook at the same time.
Okay.
So when you pound it out, be careful. Don't go so forceful that you're going to tear the meat. So si mette sopra il ripieno, and he's putting
il prosciutto.
This is really interesting because I find this fascinating because we can use the artichokes raw like this, which eliminates a step for us in the United States, where you're using the globe variety, or sometimes you can find very small artichokes in the spring. And if you do, then try it this way, cutting the artichoke heart very, very thin.
Ecco,
Allora.
E poi la fissiamo con dello spago.
Dello spago. All right, so we're putting some kitchen string around the bracciole, sì? Bracciole, sì.
O fagottino.
Fagottino,
sì.
Sì. Okay, so now we are going to brown a little bit of, you could use onion, or if you wanted to use shallots, you could use a shallot. Okay.
La cipolla comincia a rosolare.
Sì, sì, a rosolare.
Cominciamo a mettere le nostre...
Senza infarinata.
Senza infarinata.
All right, I asked him, are you going to flour it? He says, no flour. So he's going to brown those. He will eventually take the garlic out of the pan, but he's going to brown them. Non ci vuole troppo tempo per...
No, non ci vuole
no, no. These are going to cook in nothing flat because they're very tender, obviously. And you don't want to overcook them, otherwise they will be tough. Pendolino tomatoes, I pomodorini. And oftentimes when you're traveling in other parts of Italy, I've seen these hanging up to dry in regions like Puglia and Sicilia. These are very sweet tomatoes. They hang them up to dry in the harvest season, and then they have them through the fall and the winter. And Chef Federico just added some of these tomatoes to help make a sauce for the bracciole. Okay.
Ecco, lo sfumiamo leggermente e quando il vino è evaporato il piatto è pronto.
All right, so now he's saying that he's adding a little bit of white wine to the dish, a local white wine, and after it has evaporated for a few minutes, that is the sauce that goes over the bracciole. Okay, now we're ready to present this on our plate, and the first thing you want to do is take the string off. Take the string off.
Okay. Come vedi la carne è bella in forma, è bella. Okay.
See, he says that the meat retained its form because we had it tied with string. And now he's going to decorate the plate.
Un rametto di timo.
See, he's going to put some timo on.
Una fogliolina di aglio, di erba aglio.
Okay, and these are they're similar to spring onions, but they have a nice garlicky taste.
Mettiamo la
and
sua
then
salsina.
Some of the sauce goes over the top. Beautiful.